Hardship is the success of life. Once in India, there lived a king named Bhagirathan. He was a very loyal king to the country and the people. But his ancestors were not as he was. They behaved very cruelly to the people and found their ruin in that way. Bhagirathan's ancestors were so cruel that they were ended by the curse of a sage. Once there lived a sage in a cave. One of Bhagirathan's ancestors went to the jungle and saw the cave where the sage lived as a caveman. He was so tired that he entered the cave and wanted some water to drink. The sage was in deep meditation at that time. The king could not tolerate the taciturnity of the sage, and he kicked the sage to wake him up from his meditation. The sage woke up and cursed him to be burned to ash. At the same time, the king was burned to ash. The same happened to all the other successors who came to know about the happenings. At last, Bhagirathan, the seventh successor to the first burned king, came to the cave and saw the sage. The sage was in deep meditation, but he very patiently waited there till the sage woke up. When he woke up, he saw Bhagirathan in front of him, holding his palms together in obedience. He said to Bhagirathan that the impertinence of his ancestors caused for their death, and if the Ganges happened to flow over their ash, they would resurrect from their death. Bhagirathan went to the Himalayas for severe penance to satisfy the Ganges. At last, the Ganges was satisfied and she appeared before him. She said, Bhagirathan, I am satisfied in your prayers and praises. What do you want from me? Bhagirathan said, Mother, I want you to follow down on the earth to save my ancestors' life. The Ganges said, Bhagirathan, the earth cannot tolerate the impact that is caused when I come to it. It is possible only to Shiva. Go to him and tell him about it. If he is willing, I am ready to come to the earth. Bhagirathan was a stubborn man. He did not desert the plan. Instead, he continued his penance to have Lord Shiva's apparition. At last, Lord Shiva appeared before him after the penance of many years. He agreed to bear the Ganges in his tuft. Accordingly, the Ganges fell onto the tuft of Lord Shiva from heaven and started flowing down from there. She flowed through the cave where Bhagirathan's ancestors were lying as ash. They all resurrected from the ash and went to the heaven. Thus Bhagirathan fulfilled his life purpose. Still, it is believed that the Ganges is flowing from the tuft of Lord Shiva.